everybody. Battle Viking Bob here. We have two books to review, and um, I hope you're all having a happy Halloween. I thought I thought about first. I gotta get this off my chest. I thought about not dressing up this year, but um, it's once a year. I'm not Chris Chan where he dressed up all the time, and that was part of his deal. But once a year is okay. Once a year, you get to be who you want to be. That's the beauty of Halloween. You can escape, just like this kid on the cover here getting his face blown off. Perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. Um, this was so metal. I mean, it it shook me to my Viking bones. But it opens with a quote from Frederick Wortham, which you all know who that is. That's the psychologist that led the movement trying to ban comics throughout the US and parts of Canada. But he was like he was like totally against comics, and he said they were degenerate. I've actually read some of his um, work, The Corruption of the Innocent. No, I'm not going to review it on here. It was incredibly racist, outdated. I had to ask my psychologist. It was like, do you guys still believe in that stuff? No, thank goodness. Uh, which means we're like five big steps away from what happens in this world. Um, but I like that it opened with a quote from him. Not gonna say what that quote is. It's not inappropriate. Just you get the general point. I am definitely thinking about picking this book up again. Um, Crossover was kind of like a metal version of the Never-Ending Story, where stuff starts popping out of the book, and and then comics become banned again, and the the churchy types don't like that don't like that people are still reading comics because comics are fun, especially now that the characters have started coming to life in the book, and they just don't know what to do. But the heroine, the girl hero, right, works works at her own comic book shop, and it's just I could totally relate to that. I've always felt kind of out of place, but in this book, in that world, yeah, I'd be down with that if stuff started popping out of the books, and like it's implied that Superman's trying to help them out of the barrier between our reality and theirs, and it's just too cool. Um, the gentleman that works at the comic book shop in the book wears a t-shirt stating Wortham was right, which, again, I totally appreciated the reference. It reminded me kind of the Dimensional merch, which, yeah, I don't know. How I missed this one, I'm not quite sure. They're already on book 7, and I'm just now picking up book 1 because of one of my dear friends that works at or used to work at the comic book store. He recommended this before he left. Again, thanks, Garrett. I know it connects to God Country somehow, which still doesn't make me want to pick up God Country. God Country is just a Thor book. Thor book, all dressed up in clothes. I'm not going to tell you what happens to the store at the end of the book. You can probably still get this from your local store, but you gotta hurry though. This is an image book, and they're gonna stop printing second editions. I don't know if that applies to this, but I know that applies to Spawn now. But hurry. It's a 4 3/4. I held up 5 fingers, but 4 3/4 just shows you how good the book is. I really liked the main character. I liked Ellie. It wasn't as emotional as this. Spawn Universe. Spawn Universe, I reviewed once. Again, it's an unpublishable video, but from what I remember of this, Mom and I really enjoyed it. It was much better than any other Spawn book at the time, especially when She Spawn hugs her daughter. We both enjoyed that. Um, it wasn't as good as Crossover, but it was still pretty good. And Spawn hasn't exactly looped back around to this yet, where they were at originally with this. Yeah. I enjoyed the Gunslinger Spawn. Made me want to pick up the series. You'll be seeing that on the World According to Bob, the other World According to Bob, soon. I promise. We already got King Spawn. We gotta do that. Read it, and then I'll get back to you. But for now, where I'm at in the Spawn story, it's a shame that they haven't tied it all together. Again, Crossover was a better book. Because Crossover had to do with actual history, and it made me feel not ashamed for being a geek. What other books can you say that? What else can be said? I'm Bob. This has been the world according to Bob. Yeah, what she said. Have a happy Halloween. Stay safe. Eat lots of candy. Be careful out there, kids. I review comics. If you liked what you saw, click, like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. Do all the necessary things. This is basically what I do here. Occasionally I do traditional media books on audio. Occasionally I branch out. I still have to post the what I did over my vacation. Look forward to that. I do specials like this on Halloween, my birthday, and Thanksgiving. All the three big holidays. If that sounds amusing to you, again, like, comment, subscribe. Bow wow. Yeah?
Click.
Bye, crossover.